Dear Becky, in 3 weeks I'm going to be the flower girl in my sister's wedding. I have a beautiful dress. I'm very excited, but I'm also a little nervous. Everyone will be watching me when I walk down the aisle. What if I make a mistake? Love. Jennifer. Becky sat down at her desk to answer Jennifer's letter. She wrote, Dear Jennifer, I'd like to tell you about the time my sister Stacy was a flower girl. She was nervous, too. Stacy was spending part of her summer vacation with me. Becky continued her letter to Jennifer. And this is the story she told. Becky and her sister Stacy were having lunch when their cousin, Karen, rushed in. I'm so excited, she shouted. Peter and I are getting married, and in just 2 weeks. Becky, will you be my maid of honor? I'd love to, said Becky. And will you be my flower girl, Stacy? Karen asked. Oh, yes. Stacy cried. I can't wait to wear a fancy dress. It was decided to have the wedding at Becky's house. The next morning, Becky and Stacy went to the bridal shop. Becky selected a pink dress. That is beautiful on you, said Stacy. Then they looked at dresses for Stacy. I think I've found it, said Becky. This is just the dress for a flower girl. Stacy was thrilled. The next 2 weeks was so busy. Becky helped Karen choose her dress, the cake, and the flowers. The day before the wedding, Becky set up the chairs while Stacy played with Seymour, her pet rabbit. But Becky noticed that Stacy looked worried, so she asked her if anything was wrong. Stacy said she was afraid she might make a mistake. Don't worry, said Becky. We'll have a rehearsal. On the day of the wedding, Becky helped Karen and Stacy get ready. I can't believe how beautiful we look, said Karen. Becky, you're terrific with makeup and hairstyling. Becky even had a pink satin bow for Seymour. Then Stacy took Seymour to the garden to wait for the guests. I'm going to check on the cake, Becky told Stacy. Try not to get your dress dirty. Stacy decided to look in on Seymour, but when she opened the cage to pet him, he hopped out. Come back, Seymour, cried Stacy. Finally Stacy spotted Seymour under the hedge, but when she crawled in to catch him, her hair ribbon fell in the dirt. And when she pulled the rabbit out of the bushes, the bottom of her dress caught on a branch and tore. As Stacy put Seymour back in his cage, she heard Becky calling, Stacy, the wedding's about to begin. Come get your flower basket. Stacy hurried inside. Oh, no, she gasped. I'm a mess. I've got to find Becky. She'll know what to do. Stacy heard Becky talking to Ken. She rushed to the window. Becky, please come up here right away, she called. I need your help. Becky found her sister in tears. Seymour jumped out of his cage and I chased him, Stacy explained between sobs. Don't worry, said Becky. We'll figure something out. Becky took a beautiful shawl from her closet. This will hide the spots, said Becky. Then she pinned up the torn hem. That looks beautiful, said Stacy, smiling. Now for the finishing touch, said Becky, hurrying Stacy into the garden. Becky picked some tiny roses and put them in Stacy's hair. There, said Becky, you look perfect. The wedding music began to play. Karen and Becky watched proudly as Stacy scattered the flower petals down the aisle. Oh, Becky, said Karen, thanks to you and Stacy, this is truly the most wonderful wedding. Becky smiled as she finished her letter. And so, Jennifer, if something goes wrong at your sister's wedding, don't worry. Just have fun. Your sister will be happy, knowing that you were there to share her special day. Love. Becky.